This is the book of Jeremiah 49, and verse 14 it reads, I have heard a rumor from the Lord, and an ambassador is sent unto the heathen, saying, gather it together, and come against her, and rise up to the battle. For lo, I will make thee small among the heathen, and despised among men. All of praise and honor and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rakah HaKadash, and Abohana to the elder, and the apostles of Great Mason who do well, and peace, blessing, and salutation to Joachim who are pushing these truths to the four winds of the heaven and be on the forefront of this spiritual war, and to make sure Jerusalem is established as a praise and he unites again as in the days of old. So it is another breaking news concerning the algorithm of ww3. You see, and the title of this video is Breaking News, All-Out War Coming as Iran and Turkey open a second front in Syria, Serbia, and Kosovo. Next is see my cue to this video will be about Iran and Turkey attacking the northern part of Syria, man. And as the whole purpose is to expel the Kurds, as you know, some people say Kurds, some people say Kurds. The same thing, to expel them because this like American trained and backed terrorist group, man, which their whole quest is they want to establish their own country. This is a Middle Eastern country like Iran, Turkey, Iraq, they don't want that, man, and Syria included. So America uses them as proxies, man, to wage war against Russia, to wage war against Iran, to wage war against Turkey. So it is kind of a check and balance over there in the front line in Syria, man. In which all of this is skirmish, man. See, that's why I started with Jeremiah 49:14, man. All of this is skirmish, all of these rumors, man, are from the Lord, man. And at the helm of these rumors, all these proxy wars, all these wars, to come on your see, and that's where the Lord really will sit to judge is a wisdom first and foremost, man. So let us listen, and I will bring few scriptures.
Iran, and people make fun of that. Oh, I-R-A-N, Iran. Well, I'm from Texas, folks, and I lived in Alabama, so that's how we do it down south, So Adrian said it's Iran, instead of Iran. So I want to correct that. Hopefully, I'll keep that going. So anyway, Iran and Turkey have opened up a new front in the war against the American troops in Syria. They are relentlessly bombing the Kurds in northern Iraq and Syria right now. There will be a ground invasion coming up, but I want to catch you up on all the news. And folks, I've got like probably 60 articles here. I'm going to read you this first one, and then we'll just kind of skim through the rest of the news, and hopefully we'll get you caught up. So what you're looking at right now on your screen, this is the latest news from War News 24/7. Russia's green light, major Turkey, Iran, or Iran.
And if we will not see the title of that article start with Russia green light, because the Russian have closed the Syrian space, so to speak, man. They have closed it through their air to surface missile, land to surface or whatever, man. They have closed the airspace of Syria. So for this campaign to go on, so there is no doubt that the Russians have gave Iran and Turkey the green light. So what come in your mind, man? This is the Ezekiel 38 alliance, man, coming to pass before your eyes. You see, so the Lord is getting to do a major move, man, over here on the planet. Yes.
Iran. I guess you can pronounce it Iran. Iran.
Is that dude, the man that's why he do long video, man. He's trying to learn how to pronounce the name Iran. Some say Iran, some say Iran. I don't even understand why Esau is concerned about this spelling, man. Don't pronounce that way. Pronounce this way. And that was his wife telling him, it is not Iran, it is Iran.
Iran joint operation, relentlessly bombing the Kurds in Syria and Iraq, aimed at the U.S. So these are some of the missiles that they are using. I guess it looks like Iranian missiles or Iranian missiles. The first joint operation between Turkey and Iran or Iran against the Kurds in northern Syria and northern Iraq is causing a geopolitical earthquake in the Middle East, an operation which is clearly directed at the Americans. Russia very cleverly gave the green light to Erdogan by opening Syrian airspace, while at the same time Iran began bombing targets in Iraqi Kurdistan. Erdogan emphasized today what War News 24/7 suspected from the beginning. The aerial bombardments will be accompanied by ground operations. For this reason, the Turkish Air Force is bombing targets throughout northern Syria from Aleppo to Raqqa. The Kurdish question is gradually entering the...
So, let us get some scriptures, man. Some few scripture. Let's go to Ezekiel, man. This is 30. This is Ezekiel 30. I started at verse 4. It say, and I will turn thee back and put a hook into thy jaws. I will bring thee forth and all thy armies, horses and horsemen, all of them clothed with all sort of armor, even a great company with buckler and shield, all of them handling swords. Persia, Ethiopia, Libya, with them, all of them with shield and helmet. See, so there's a Persian there. It was going to the Iranian, really. Verse 6, we see Gomer, that was going to Turkey, and all of his band with the house of Togmos and Oscota, that was going to Turkey, man, and all of his band and many people is there. So what we are seeing right now is like a rumor. See, that story might not develop to a point where it get a global attention, but amen, that is a rumor, man, which will lead to prophecy. And the Lord is getting ready to put everything in motion, and be so prepared, and prepare for thyself, though, and all thy company that you assembled unto thee, and be thou a guard unto them. And how is Russia preparing, man? Both politically, economically, and militarily. You see, on the military aspect, you see, and what is the Russian are doing in Ukraine, first and foremost, they are getting combat experience. I see right now they're able to shoot missiles. We see a pinpoint precision, which is just very hard to do. I was listening to General Mark Gregory, man. He was going to that. You see, to shoot thousands of missiles relentlessly and on a pinpoint precision. That's a very highly advanced warfare maneuvers, man. Right there. You see, you need to make sure that you see your artillery and Air Force, man, you are very mechanized and connected. See, if you are not careful, you might shoot your own helicopter, your own plane. You see, everything electronic warfare and cruise missiles from say the submarine or striker group, you see, on the oceans, man. They need all of them. They need to be combined, not only combined and very mechanized. and at the same time you need to hit target, man, with a pinpoint precision. So the Russians are getting combat experience, man, and they know what missile to use, how to tackle the West, because basically through proxy war, the Russians were fighting with your NATO, man. See, they are using proxy war, but eventually they will have a face-off, man. I see. I see. It say after many days those shall be visited. We are living those many days. And now the end. The later year, we are living at the later years. Those shall come to the land that is brought back from the sword. That's what's going to the land of Israel, was in the Persian Gulf. Is gathered out of many people against the mountain of Israel, which have been always west, but it is brought forth out of the sword, and they shall dwell safely in them. So let me finish really quick with Joel 3. Joel 3 and 2. I will also gather all nations, and I will bring them down to the valley of Yehoshaphat. That's why that dude he was saying, you see what is going on with Iran and Turkey, that is an earthquake of geopolitics, man. Because first and foremost, they didn't expect it. And the second is saying that's a very dangerous thing, because it can draw everybody into that war. Because everybody interested, or what you call interest, is interconnected over there in the Middle East. That's why the Lord will use the valley of Yehoshaphat to punish everybody, man. Because China got interest in the Middle East, European nation got interest in the Middle East, America got interest in the Middle East, Russia also, and everybody, man, Africa, and whatever, man. So their interests are intertwined, man. That's why the land is an earthquake of geopolitics, man. See, I will produce them there for my people and for my heritage Israel, whom they have scattered among the nations and imparted in my land. And they have cast lot for my people, and have given a boy for a harlot, and sold a girl for a wine, that they might drink. So this I say shalom. I hope you brothers were edified. On to the next thing.